Hello everyone, Coach Carole here with a session on Chat GPT and how I'm going to use it more strategically and smartly to get the best prompts, because it's all about the prompts. If you are a new genealogist and you want to share your information with others and you want to try out Chat GPT to help you do that, then I suggest that you try this process. I have been watching the YouTube videos for some time now over the last few months because ChatGPT is my latest best friend, especially for genealogy research and story writing. So I've been now following the work of Jason. I'm going to share my screen and take you to that site over on YouTube. Jason West has been providing wonderful videos on how to get the best out of Chat GPT. And this latest one, just today, really inspired me. And I love the way he's titled this session, "The One Chat GPT Prompt to Rule Them All." If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you'll see the connection. So I listened to Jason and I learned how to do this well. What we're doing is really using ChatGPT to come up with the prompts that we need to get the information in the best format. Jason himself was inspired by one of the users in his group who gave him this tip. And Brett has provided this tip, which is the best prompt he's seen so far. And it helps ChatGPT and you to keep refining your prompts until you have exactly what you need for the task at hand. So with all of that in mind, I went across to ChatGPT and started the process. I simply copied the prompt creator, and the goal here is to help me craft the best possible prompt for my needs. So the prompt will be used by you, ChatGPT, and will follow the following process. Your first response will be to ask what the prompt should be about. I'll provide an answer, and then you'll need to improve it through continual iterations by going through the next steps. 2, based on my input, you'll generate 3 sections: revised prompt, suggestions, and questions. And then 3, we'll continue this iterative process with me providing additional information for you and to you to update the prompt. So it's really about how to create the right prompt to get the right information. So I pasted that in, and ChatGPT has responded and says, great, I'm happy to help you with that. What is the prompt to be about? And given that I'm focusing in on genealogy and in particular genealogy research, my prompt or my question about a prompt is, please create a prompt to help me write an article for a blog post about the best use of ChatGPT for genealogists in building their family tree. The answer so far is, this is the revised prompt. So this is the piece that I would copy if I was happy with it and wanted to go straight away. Write an article for a blog post discussing the ways in which ChatGPT can be utilised by genealogists to enhance their family tree building process. The article should detail the benefits and limitations, explore scenarios, and provide tips. Then it has done exactly what I asked. It has given me suggestions in point form on how that article might look. So we've got points 1 through to 5, which are sounding all relevant to me and absolutely fine for the way I would present it in a blog post. And then again at the end, ChatGPT has come up with those questions that I required so that I can give those answers to help refine the prompt even more. So my next step is now to answer those questions. So question 1, what level of familiarity do you have with Chat GPT and genealogy research? High level is my first answer. And it goes on to revise the prompt. What I should have done was answer all 3 questions at once, but I will do that now. So let's try that again. So high level familiarity. Shift return to make sure I'm not sending a message straight away. Just correct my spelling there a little bit. And the next question, is there a specific audience you are targeting with this article? That's a really good one for a blog article, especially if you are wanting to get it to the right person's attention. So I'm going to say beginner level genealogists as my audience target. Question 3, do you have any personal experience using Chat GPT in genealogy research? Or are you approaching this topic as a general researcher? My answer is yes, I have personal experience. And I would like to expand. And my answer to question 4, is there a particular aspect of Chat GPT's functionality that you want to focus on in the article, such as its ability to analyze DNA results or to analyze specific historical records? Not sure how well it can do that, so I'm willing to give it a go. So let's put in specific, actually analyze specific historical records. Now press enter, and now it will reform the prompt and ask for more questions. Still gives me the suggested outline, which is fine. And now it's giving me 4 more questions. Specific examples of historical records. What we could go with is wills and testaments. Are there any particular challenges that the beginner genealogist may face when using Chat GPT and analysing the records that you'd like to address? Could be understanding old handwriting. And 3, are there any tools, resources you'd like to suggest for beginner genealogists in addition to Chat GPT? Let's say yes. Question 4, do you have any personal experience in analysing historical records? And if you can, provide any insights that might be useful for the article. I'll say yes. Analysing old parish records, and press enter. So the revised prompt now reads, write an article aimed at beginner genealogists discussing how Chat GPT can be utilised to enhance their family tree building process by analysing specific historical records such as wills and testaments and understanding old writing in old parish records. The article should cover the benefits and limitations of using Chat GPT in this context and provide practical tips on using the tool effectively. Brilliant. So now I've got the suggested outline again and even more questions. Do I want to provide specific examples of wills? No. Are there any particular challenges that beginner genealogists might face? Yes. And we would say knowing where to find them. Are there any tools or resources you'd like for the Chat GPT to suggest? Yes. Which online databases? And do I have any personal experience using Chat GPT? any further insights. And that would include something like noting the smallest of details, e.g. witnesses on a parish marriage record. That's what I'm trying to say here. And press enter. Now, the revised prompt is coming to me now. And I'm pretty happy with that prompt the way it is. And although it's given even more suggested content, which is expected from the input that I've given it, it's given me even deeper questions for me to answer. But I'm happy with that at this point. So I'm going to use that revised prompt. So I'm copying it and pasting it down here. But I'm going to add to it and ask for a particular tone and within 500 words. So I'm asking it to write the article aimed at beginner genealogists for discussing how Chat GPT can be utilised to enhance their family tree building process by analysing specific historical records such as wills and testaments and old parish records. The article should also cover practical tips for finding such records online and understanding their contents. You see what it's done? It has kind of noted what I have answered and rolled it into a prompt that I'm giving back to Chat GPT to bring out the answer I'm looking for. And please write in a clear and friendly tone and within 500 words. Let's see how it goes. The speed at which it's doing this has now saved me many hours. It can be a daunting task to write an article on something that's new, a new piece of technology that I'm only learning myself. So who better to ask for advice on how to advise than Chat GPT itself? You'll find that Chat GPT will often give you that motherhood conclusive paragraph at the end. And of course, you're free to use it or not. But let's go back and have a look at what it said. So it's put it in a nice, friendly tone. And it says, before we dive into how Chat GPT can help, let's first discuss where to find these records online. Some popular ones such as Ancestry, Family Search, and Find My Past. And it's learned to include Find My Past because I've frequently asked it about that particular database. And then once you've found the records, it's important to understand the contents and how old handwriting can be difficult to read. ChatGPT can help here by transcribing handwritten documents into digital text. I've yet to try that. One of the key benefits of using Chat is its ability to extract information from historical records quickly and accurately. This can save you a lot of time and effort in manually transcribing the documents. Interesting. I've yet to try that. It's important to note that ChatGPT isn't perfect, or neither are we as genealogists, and we can also make errors, but transcription errors occur even by the enumerators who put the transcripts together from the old records that we find online. And it's a warning. It's also being aware of potential transcription errors when using key search terms to find the records in the first place, and gives you an example of how you can vary the spelling of the name of the person you are researching. And finally, the most exciting benefit of Chat is the ability to uncover small details, providing deep insights into family relationships. For example, a will or testament may mention specific family members, providing clues to their relationships and potential next of kin, which is absolutely right. That's what they do. And old parish records may mention the location of the person's birth, providing clues to the family's migration patterns. That is true. And then a final conclusive paragraph. So I'm happy with that. So my last step here is to copy that information. Control-C. And now I will place that into a Google Doc and be ready to transform it into my version of it. I don't usually paste it verbatim because there will be some changes that I want to make, some examples that I might want to put in place as well. But you can see how easy and how quick you can give Chat GPT the right prompt, the one prompt to rule them all. I suggest that you also go back and ensure, let me see if I can scroll back quickly here. Sometimes I find it a little awkward, and going right back to that initial prompt, make sure you've copied that as well, because you may want to do this again for a different blog article, could be a story, or it could be something else that you need to write regarding or relating to your genealogy. I hope you've enjoyed that walkthrough on how to get the best prompt, the one prompt to rule them all. And I have a big thank you to Jason West and his followers for that brilliant prompt that I used here today. If you want to see more of those prompts, I suggest that you join Jason West in the YouTube, subscribe to his channel, and you'll find that it's one of the best things that you will have done for yourself. The content that Jason uses may not be your content, but you'll be able to see how it fits in your world. So thank you so much for listening to this episode of how you can use Chat GPT to help with your genealogy research.